guys, it's Kiara. Welcome back to my channel. So this week I'm going to be doing a video and it's gonna be about my first boyfriend. Yay! I'm just gonna say this was like my first like real boyfriend. Like I dated, I think maybe 3 people before this, like dated, but it wasn't like serious. It was like a middle school relationship, you know, pretty simple, like you date for 3 weeks and then you break up. Like that was it. But this guy I dated for a while. I don't know how long I dated him for. It was like kind of on and off during certain sections, but I'll just tell the story. Let's get on to the video. So I was in 8th grade when this relationship started. Let's just say I wasn't really like the prettiest of girls. I was pretty ugly, okay? Anyway, so I don't think I was in school that day for some reason, but I was getting home from something. I think it was like a doctor's appointment, and I was in a group chat with all my friends, you know, my cheer friends and stuff, and I got a text from my friend Amanda, and she was like, hey, this guy really likes you, and he wants me to like give you his number so then you can text him. And I was like, who is it? And she told me his name, and I'm not gonna say his name because if he watches this video, he's gonna be like, oh, she's talking about me. So I think I'm just gonna use a different name. Let's use Kyle. That's a good generic name. Kyle, okay. No offense if your name's Kyle and you're watching this. That's just the first thing that came to my head. Anyway, so she was like, this guy named Kyle, he's in the grade above us. I was like, I've never heard of him. Are you sure that he's talking about me? And all this other stuff. And they sent me a picture of him and he was pretty cute. And my friend Becca was like, yeah, I hung out with him and my boyfriend when we went to the movies. He smells really good. I was like, oh, okay. Thanks for that. That's good to know, considering, you know, when guys smell good, that's like, seriously, that's probably one of the hottest things a guy can do, just smell excellent. Because, man, A1. Even though Amanda kept telling me that he liked me, I honestly didn't believe her. I thought he was talking about someone else. Because there was another friend in our group who had blonde hair, and I was like, no, there's no way he's talking about me, because I mean, hello, look at me. But she was like, no, he's talking about you, just shut up. I was like, okay, whatever. So she gave me his number, and I texted him, you know, after debating for like 20 minutes if I was going to or not. So we started talking, you know, average stuff. Yeah, so overall I just kind of, I liked his personality. I thought he was a great guy. So my birthday was coming up, and my friend Miranda and Amanda, and I think it was Carissa or Rachel, I'm not sure, but they were like, hey, let's all do a little party for you at this pizza place called Mama Maria's. It was like down the street from our school. They're like, let's walk to it. After school we can get pizza. It'll be a little fun time, you know, celebrating the birthday. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And not only did we do that, we also invited Becca's boyfriend, this guy Miranda was having a thing with, and the guy that I was seeing, Kyle. So basically it was like a date without saying it was a date. It was like a group date. So I was looking all cute. I was wearing like this, what was it? It was a high-waisted skirt, like a polka dot skirt, and this cream crop top. I was looking great, and you know, I was super excited. Like the whole day I had like butterflies in my stomach. I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. I wasn't used to people liking me because my friends, and they still are, they're literally drop dead gorgeous. So I was so used to like people liking them and not liking me, which sounds really weird, but oh well. When school ended, we met them in front of the school, like the front doors, and we all walked together, but I kind of noticed that something was up because Kyle wasn't really talking to me. I was like, oh, okay, you know, whatever, I'll just chill with my girls. And you know, we all hung out, walking there, you know, laughing, having a grand old time. So when we got to the restaurant, I sat next to Kyle. You know, we ordered pizza, but I was like, no, I'm not hungry. because this is gonna sound so weird, but like at the time I was really nervous to eat in front of like guys in general, because I'm a little girl. Like I'm tiny, but I eat a lot, and I thought that they were gonna judge me. And don't worry, I don't think this now. I'm like, you know what, whatever. If I'm hungry and I want to eat like 5 pieces of pizza, you know I'm gonna do it. Like, I don't care if you think I'm disgusting. This girl needs to eat. But at the time, I thought that, you know, that was weird. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna eat. I'll just eat when I get home. And everyone was like, why? And my friend Amanda was like, oh, Kiara doesn't like to eat in front of guys. I was like, okay, I seem like such a freak right now, but whatever. Low-key, I literally was like, okay, I'm just gonna chill here. I'm not losing my mind or anything and not wanting to literally strangle you. But yeah, you know, we all were joking. But Kyle wasn't talking to me. He wasn't talking at all. He literally was on his phone the whole time. And I was like, okay, I don't think he likes me anymore because he's really not talking to me. I'm pretty sure the only time that he did talk to me, like that whole period of time, was him asking me to move so he could get out of the booth to go to the bathroom or something. I don't remember. So when he actually asked me to get out of his way so he could get out of the booth, I literally was like, is something wrong to my friends? I was like, did I do something? Does he not like me? Am I uglier in person? Like, what is going on? And they were like, oh no, don't worry, he's just shy. It's like, are you sure that there's actually nothing wrong with me? Like, is this a me problem and you guys just don't want to tell me? And they were like, no, you're fine. I'm like, oh, all right. Lie to me. My dad is kind of overprotective of me at points when it comes to guys. When I was in middle school, I actually wasn't allowed to date. Kind of in high school, I'm not really allowed to date either, but when I was in middle school, it was strictly forbidden, like, no boys. You gotta focus on your academics and, you know, wait till high school to date. Which now, looking back on it, I kind of understand why, but all my friends were dating people, and I was like, why not? You know, it's not gonna hurt anyone except for me. Like, my heart's gonna be ripped out of my chest, but who cares, you know? Feelings are for losers. So, when I told him that I was going to Mama Maria's, I kind of didn't tell him that I was going with guys. So, when my dad came to pick me up, let's just say he was kind of mad that there were boys there. And when I was leaving, Kyle gave me a hug to, like, say goodbye, I think. And let's just say my dad's face was redder than a red crayon. So when I got in the car, he was like, Kiara, who are those boys? I was like, oh, what are you talking about? You mean my friends? He was like, don't play stupid with me. I know this was a date. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. A date? Oh my gosh. I'm literally 12 years old. I have no idea what a date is. And he was like, girl, I know this was a date. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, Dad. So yeah, my dad wasn't really too happy with me. But that did not stop me from seeing him. I'm pretty sure we hung out like a couple more times. This one time I was supposed to go to the fair with him, and I couldn't go because my dad didn't want to drive me. So the fair was like 30 minutes away, and my dad didn't want to drive me, and he couldn't drive at the time. So it was really sad, and he won me like this stuffed bear when he was there, and it was like, I'll give it to you when I see you next, and it was really cute. I think the next like group date we went on was to McDonald's, which sounds really classy, but you know what, McDonald's, man, I'm happy with anything. So yeah, we all went on a group date to McDonald's. We all walked there. It was a grand old time. So when we were at McDonald's, he gave me the bear, and I was like, oh, this is so cute, babe. Thank you so much. So we all were having fun, you know, joking around. And I look over to my right. through the window and I see my dad's car is parked in the parking lot. I didn't even tell my dad I was going to be there. So I'm like freaking out. I literally was like, oh no, my dad's here. And Kyle's face was like, your what's here? Your dad? Your dad? I'm like, yeah, my dad's here. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna sneak out through the back. I'm just kidding, he didn't say that, but he looked honestly like freaked out. He was like, why is your dad here? I'm like, well, so, my friend Amanda was like, hey, you know what, it's probably not your dad's car. I'll just walk over like to the other section of the restaurant because we were like in the front and there's like a side area. She's like, I'll just walk to the side and see if he's sitting there. I was like, okay, fine. Hopefully he's not there. So she does that and she sprints back and she's like, oh, your dad's here. Your dad's here. You're dead. You are deceased. Rest in peace, Kiara, because you're not seeing the light of tomorrow. And I'm like, because not only did my dad not know that I was dating this guy, he didn't know I was on a date with him, and I kind of have a teddy bear with me. How am I supposed to explain why I have a teddy bear with me when I'm at McDonald's? My dad's like gonna be like, oh, where did you get that? What am I gonna say, the dumpster? Like, so I'm like, Miranda or Amanda, could you walk with me? You know, we'll talk to him, see what's going on. And so we walk over and my dad's like, hi, Kiara. Like, this man knew what he was doing. He knew I was on a date. There is nothing I can hide from this man. He knows everything. So I'm like, hi, Dad, why are you here? He's like, oh, me and Nick, we're just getting a snack next to my brother. And I'm like, oh, that's great. He's like, why are you here? Wow! Funny story, Rob, I have to tell ya. I'm here with Miranda and Amanda. This man knows that I'm lying. He can see it in my eyes. I'm literally shaking, I'm sweating, I'm like, this is it. I'm gonna die. Rest in peace. He's like, really? So, who are those boys over there that I saw you with? And I'm like, here it is. I am dead. And then, oh, here's the best part. Amanda says, oh, we all are on a group date. Kiara's here with her boyfriend. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, I died. I have never seen the light in my father's eyes drain so quickly. He was like, a date? Really? I was like, oh gosh. So my dad's like, you know what, Kiara, I think we're gonna have to go. And I was like, Dad, do we have to? And he was like, yes, we have to. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm dead. So I walk back over there and everyone's like, how'd it go? And I'm like, oh, if I don't show up to school tomorrow, I've been murdered. Like, there's nothing good for me now. I'm dead. Oh, you know, I give Kyle a hug and I'm like, bye. And I just see my dad glare at him. Like, not just like the, oh, I don't like you glare, like the, I swear you touch her again, I'ma kill you glare. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not how I wanted this meeting to go. So I wasn't grounded or anything. My dad was just really mad that I had a boyfriend and that I didn't tell him, and that I went on a date and I didn't tell him, and that I hung out with boys and I didn't tell him. So as you can see, I didn't do a lot of telling and I got a lot of punishing. Hey everyone, so my outro didn't film yesterday, so I'm just gonna do it quickly right now. Oh, there's a train. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, it means a ton. Also, follow all my social media, links are down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much and have a great week. So yeah, bye!